My school, I was in Colorado over the weekend, and the snow, and boy, I actually
did a little
thought about
downhill skiing.
No, I don't ski, but I thought about David Whiting. He loves that kind of thing. And joining us now, the Orange County Register building in Santa Ana, the outdoors columnist for the Register, David Whiting. How are you, David?
Hey,
Terrific, Ed.
Hey, with more snow in the local mountains now, what's in store? You know, we know about the skiing and the snowboarders and all that stuff, but what about families? What's there for them?
Well, this weekend, I'm not so sure. Families might want to, there's a storm coming in, of course, Friday night, so not sure how it's going to be for families. But if it's not too bad, I'd recommend heading up this weekend, or maybe wait for the following weekend. Might be a little bit better opportunity for that family kind of fun time. Because at local mountains, particularly in the foothills at around 6,000, 7,000 feet, it's free. You don't have to worry about lift lines, and you can park your car and just bundle up a little bit. And it's great fun in the snow for families. You can sled, you can snowboard a little bit. I've even seen people take boogie boards, and Dad drags the kids around on boogie boards. So it can be a very cost-effective kind of a way to spend the day, and a lot of fun huddling around the grills even. Bring blankets.
Yeah, really.
I understand that you made a little jaunt up San Gorgonio for those who would like to go up to the higher altitudes.
Yeah, and this is a great thing, but the best thing is stay away from the high altitudes unless you really know what you're doing. There's all kinds of opportunities to take classes at different sports stores in Orange County, but here is taking a look at Mount Gorgonio. This one is about from 9,000 feet the other week, and you can see the corniced snow sort of hanging over those cliffs there, and again, it's a beautiful and an amazing experience, but it is a good idea to know what you're doing. Here, this is the scene from the beginning of the Vivian Creek route on Mount Gorgonio as you're crossing Mill Creek. And in the distance there, you can see the wonderful San Gabriel Mountains. So you're looking from the San Bernardino Mountains to the San Gabriels. And what a scene that is in the winter. It's just spectacular. You can't beat it. And you can see this from that family area I was talking about. Now we're getting a little bit higher up on the mountains. This is at around 10,000 feet. And there's some wisps up there on the mountains, and that means you might not want to go too much higher. And it's good snowshoeing up there. But once you get toward the summit, this is at about 1,000 feet below the summit just a couple of weeks ago. And extreme winds, very, very cold, and really dangerous. But you can also see Orange County all the way to Saddleback Mountain here, just poking up there in the distance. You can see that that recognizable saddle through the trees. Yeah. So there's a lot to see up there for all different kinds of people, and it's a great winter experience.
Talk about down, because I went right to the high elevation to see the photos that we had. But in the intermediate range, so to speak, some suggestions for folks.
That's a really good question, because there is great intermediate sort of winter, I guess, experience, and the best way to do that is for snowshoeing. Some people like cross-country skis. Takes a little bit more experience to learn how to do those, but snowshoes you can rent very, very cheap. You can go up just for a nice day jaunt, bring along some good, maybe a good thermos full of something warm to drink and some nice food to make it fun for everyone. Don't push it too hard. Snowshoeing is about as easy as walking, and hiking poles are highly recommended for that. You can do this on San Gorgonio, San Bernardino, the San Gabriels, just a couple hours from Orange County. Spend a half a day doing that and be home in time for supper.
Any tips on for the best way for folks to get to let's say, family-friendly areas?
I think one way is to take a look at my column on OCRegister.com or in the newspaper on Thursday, but also search a little bit around online. Ask, when you're renting that equipment, though, go to a local sports store, ask them how to get there. That's usually a best tip. They have good information. Check the web right before, especially when we have weather, as we have had the last couple of weeks.
You seem to really like this stuff, man.
I love it. It's a fantastic way to experience everything. And sometimes I do that alone. I wouldn't recommend that unless you really know what you're doing, but it puts you right flat up against nature and the power of just about everything on Earth.
Yeah, right. David, thank you so much. Always enjoy. And again, the Thursday column is always fun to read, and a lot of good tips for folks. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thanks, David.